What's going on, guys? I had to get my first ride in. My Exway came in. It's been raining. I was busy all day. It's night. It's cold, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I've had the board for like 4 days and haven't been able to ride it. So I said, I'm riding. I don't care how late, how cold it is tonight. I have to go out of town, so I had to get on it. And I wanted to just get my very, very, very first impressions. I probably only did maybe 2 miles on it right now, but I wanted to give you the very first impressions. I got a little footage on my camera, but it's at night, so it's not the greatest footage. But just a couple of things that really stood out. It's very early, but I just wanted to share. The first thing that really stood out, this is my first belt-driven board. So the sound, I could definitely hear the sound, and it sounds pretty cool. And what I noticed is that even at night as I'm riding, people can hear me, and they're actually turning around and seeing me, and they're kind of getting out of the way, which is a little different than the hub motor sometimes, because the hub motors are a little bit quieter, so sometimes they don't hear you. That's one of the reasons I actually ride with a speaker. But they could definitely hear the sound as I was riding by, and people were actually getting out of the way, especially at night, so that's very helpful. The second thing that I noticed is that riding with four wheels really makes a difference. I thought people were over exaggerating when they said that, oh, hub motors, you feel every vibration. Even though the Exway has a stiffer deck, I'm telling you right now, only in the first mile and a half, 2 miles, I feel a significant difference in the ride quality as far as going over bumps, cracks. I don't feel as much vibration or anything like that. So that's not a gimmick. So the four real wheels really does mean something, and it's making me wonder what would happen if I changed out the stock Exway wheels and even put on like an orangutan wheel or something like that, a wheel that's very known for just eating up cracks and just really doing a thing. So that was another thing that I really, really noticed about the board and that I enjoy. The third thing that I noticed, these brakes are way more aggressive than the brakes on any of my other boards. Like, the board comes to a complete stop. And there was one point where some dude was doing a trick, a skateboard trick off of a ramp, and his board fell in front of me. I was able to kind of hit the brakes a little bit, swerve around, and do my thing. And just the brakes, it's a significant difference in the brakes. I still have to check it out more. It's night. I didn't want to like really speed and drive too fast because it's at night and I can't see having installed my shred lights on the board yet. I was riding with my shred lights on my helmet, but that's just one light. I haven't had a chance to put it on the front of the board yet, so I didn't want to just go ham and crazy and kill myself on the very first day of riding the board. So that was definitely something. The brakes are truly amazing. I really like the way the board handles. Like, as I'm turning and maneuvering, it seems like it's gripping the ground more. It's really hard to explain, and it might have something to do with the fact that I have four real wheels. You know what I'm saying? It's not like hub motors in the back where you have the PU around the back motor. This is a real wheel type situation. So definitely noticing that, like, it's pretty amazing. The top speed, the board is not at 100% charge. I got the board several days ago and I charged it up, and then I wasn't able to ride because it started raining, so I actually like ran the board to lower the battery percentage on the board to like 80%, so it wouldn't be at 100% sitting for a couple of days. So I took it out at about 80% left on the board, and I think it's dark, and I was accelerating, and I don't want to go too fast. I think I got it to 18, but I'm quite sure it goes much further than that. But it's dark, and I didn't want to push it too much on the very first time of riding. So those are my initial thoughts, man. It's damn belt motors. Bottom of the board looks good. I mean, what else to say about it? It's just good looking board. I mean, don't know what more to say about it. I'm about to ride it some more. I'm gonna try to pick up speed a little bit because when I was riding before, I had the camera, so I'm gonna try to pick up speed just a little bit to see what this board is made out of. But I'm feeling it so far, man. I just want to give y'all the very initial impression of what I'm feeling right now. Oh, the other thing is, I think when I was mentioning earlier about it feels like when I'm leaning and turning, it has a lot more control. That may have also something, as I'm thinking about it, this grip tape is tremendous, but the concave of the deck, I think that might have something to do with it, because none of my other boards have concave. I'm trying to show you, you can see it. There we go. You can kind of see it. None of my other boards have concave. So this one does. And I think that's really helping with the turning and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm going to get back on the board because I want to ride some more, even though it's cold. But I'm enjoying it so far, man. Woo! Woo.